welcome back to Cosmic Casters, where today we're going to talk about our predictions for the Pokemon Direct that's going to be coming on the 9th of January, I believe. I'm Chase, and with me I have Petter.
Hello.
Ethan.
Hello.
And Jordan.
Heya.
Alright, so, Pokemon Direct. First Nintendo Direct of the year, which is...
Definitely what I expected.
Yeah,
Definitely.
100%. This is really exactly what everyone thought was going to come for this time of the
What
year.
everyone wanted, what everyone was hoping for.
Especially after all of the love Pokemon got last year, and it's only 2 months since the last Pokemon game.
I was about to say, there's some heavy sarcasm here that I'm detecting.
Yeah,
Maybe
we're
a
all
little
just
bit.
sitting here sarcastically.
Like, the thing that really gets me is that, yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield just came out 2 months ago. What could they possibly want to talk
Well,
about?
how about you tell us, Jordan?
Do we-
what do you
do
think
we
they
just
want to
go
talk
in?
about?
So, the first thing that comes to my mind is the thing that I think is actually also simultaneously the least likely. And that is, Smash Brothers is going to be mentioned.
Why?
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more and more likely I think
I-
it is.
Why do you think Smash Bros will be mentioned in the Pokemon Direct?
So, February is the deadline for the last character. And we haven't
right.
gotten any info on the last character yet. And so, the thought, at least in the Smash community right now, is that we're getting a new Pokemon in Smash, which is kind of upsetting if we do. I really don't want a new Pokemon announcement for Smash in this Direct, because all of the other characters in this DLC pack so far have been really, really strong third-party characters, and I don't want to see them go, alright, we're gonna finish with a Pokemon.
Here's my counterpoint. They're not gonna do that. If they were gonna do that, they would have done that earlier, because I think Sakurai is smart enough to know what the internet will lose their mind over. And B, since it's due in February, why doesn't Sakurai just do one more direct in February, like the day before, or like it's hey,
they
available
did
today.
the day of Direct when they did Terry, but they also announced Terry 2 months ahead of time.
They announced Terry
So
at the
they-
end of Banjo.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they usually announce a long time ahead.
Well, maybe Sakurai's like, no, I'll keep the suspense building.
Maybe.
But I think no.
I mean, again, I'm personally not willing to believe it the more that I think about it, because I don't think a new Pokemon fits for the 5th character.
Yeah, it really
It's
doesn't
just-
fit. I
DLC
agree.
character 1 of Season Pass 2, I could see a Gen 8 Pokemon.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when we get to the second one.
and even that I think is a little bit pushing it. But yeah, we'll definitely see.
Unless it's another Pokemon trainer.
That said, who do you guys think would get in out of Sword and Shield if we did get a new Pokemon / a Pokemon trainer?
I would like to
Farfetch'd.
I would like to return to my previous suggestion of the Masked Royale being a fighter in the game, and he doesn't have any Pokemon. He's just running around punching people, and I feel like this very in character.
Oh boy.
No, I'm gonna say it's Sirfetch'd, just so Sakurai can rub it in everyone's face that there's another anime sword fighter. But his sword is so long it could also be a lance. So there you go.
Oh,
there's our
a lance fighter.
There's our originality. And it's another
I like-
Pokemon, and it's a Pokemon people like, and it's a well-known Pokemon.
Are you the one who's just sitting here complaining about Sirfetch'd?
No, I love
Okay, wait,
Sirfetch'd.
no, I was thinking. Okay, never
No,
mind.
I love him.
Yeah, no, he was saying
He's
Sirfetch'd is
adorable.
great.
Okay, I don't know what
He's
I
got
was
a good
thinking about
smirk.
during that conversation then.
Oh man, I don't know if I would like it, because I'm not really I don't really like the new designs that much for the starters. But I could see Rillaboom being added.
Or just Wooloo.
Well, Wooloo would be the meme choice.
Wooloo would probably come in Pokeballs. Like, I imagine they could add, like, an entire edition of World of Light Spirits. Well, maybe not World of Light
But
Spirits. More Spirits.
No, they're doing.
We
yeah,
don't
Wooloo's
actually
gonna be
have
in
a
the
grass
thing.
starter yet.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't Sirfetch'd the grass
A
Pokemon?
grass
But it's not a
starter,
starter.
And that's why, and like
So, does it have to be-
Rillaboom kind of has the like. I could see Rillaboom in Smash, is what I'm saying. Like out of the three of them.
Meanwhile, I'm here just remembering the time when I was wishing for.
Oh, never mind.
Sceptile
Sirfetch'd is just fighting. Never mind. Thankfully,
very
this is
much
why I pulled up
appreciate
Bulbapedia
Sceptile.
behind it.
Sceptile would be a good
Yeah.
addition.
Yeah,
It's
Sceptile could be cool.
But
late.
it's too late.
I'm
It's too
sorry.
late for Sceptile.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
It's not going to happen.
Sadly,
It's
like
been too long.
because whatever they add, it's going to be like an advertisement for something that's present, that's current.
If it's a
You know?
Pokemon,
That's
yes.
what they do.
Yeah. I mean, even if you really want to go there, Terry is too, because like 1,000 SNK games are on the Switch thanks to the ACA games. So, and then we got
Yeah, but Joker
Persona
wasn't.
5 Scramble, Persona Q2.
Joker wasn't.
I just answered the question.
No, it was way too far out for Scramble.
Even then, wait,
Cloud wasn't.
no, that's Smash 4 though.
It doesn't. But they're not always advertisements for things coming to.
Dragon Quest 11,
You know,
Microsoft.
Banjo.
God damn it.
Okay, so moving on from there. Outside, like, this is a direct, so obviously we're going to get more than just a single Smash character, even if we get a Smash character. So what kind of games do you guys expect might be announced or expanded upon?
Okay, do we want to get crazy with it?
Yes.
How about? Oh, here's my idea.
I want to
Yes.
do Pokemon Stadium.
Here's
And
my idea.
denied.
Why don't we go reasonable first, then we go crazy?
All right, well...
Wait, you mean like Pokemon Stadium
Yes.
3?
Are you talking
I'm
about Pokemon
totally
Battle
100%
Revolution?
definitely on board.
No.
No!
It might as
No! I'm just saying, not even Pokemon Stadium.
Oh.
Just like, not even Pokemon
What are
Stadium.
you saying, Petter?
Pokemon Snap 2.
That's also one thing I am definitely on board on, and I think it would go very well with the
It would.
gyro controls for the
Now,
Switch.
are we going to go full game explain and say Pokemon Pinball is coming back?
Wooloo Pinball.
Oh my god.
Wooloo.
No.
No, wait,
Hold
what
on.
about the Pokemon TCG?
Hold on.
Pokemon TCG
Wooloo
Online is still a big thing.
Pinball. Hold on. Let me run this back.
Speaking of
So,
Pokemon
on the
Pinball-
Game Explain Discord, a good
Uh-huh.
friend named Melon Speedruns designed this picture, which should be on the screen now. I'll send it later. And yeah, I totally want Wooloo Pinball so much that I tweaked it a little bit with the second one, which will pop up right now.
Neither of those are in
Yeah, it
our
looks great.
Discord.
Oh.
I'm going.
Okay.
We're like, so for the listeners' reference,
I'm
I don't
yeah,
trying
we're
to
running
grab
looking
them
at,
right
but I
now.
guess you guys do.
Ethan still hasn't sent it.
It's Discord is not working with me.
Ethan!
I'm going as fast as I can.
What do you guys think are the chances of another mystery dungeon?
There, it's in lounge.
I think it's a possibility, but I'm not hoping for it because I'm personally not a fan of those games. But I mean, I think it is a possibility because I know they're popular.
It's in lounge chat.
When did the
The
last...
last one.
Well, at
didn't
least I
even
know
come
they're
to the
appreciated.
US. It was. Oh yeah, there's a Japan
What?
exclusive
Oh,
mystery
right.
dungeon
Oh.
game.
I knew.
Yeah, I knew about that.
Is that goes to
No.
Infinity?
Um,
Oh, that's not a game. Wait, no, that is a game, because that was
yeah, like it
GameStop.com.
definitely came, but I'm just trying to remember. I'm looking it up now. List of games. Scroll the way to the bottom. There's Super Mystery Dungeon. There's definitely something else after Super Mystery Dungeon. Super Mystery Dungeon is the last one. Oh no, it looks like these ones came out before Gates to Infinity. So Super Mystery Dungeon was the last one, and that was in 2016.
I only played Blue Rescue Team.
I
I
played
haven't-
Blue Rescue Team. I played Explorers of Darkness, and I have.
I
Super
haven't played
Mystery
any
Dungeon.
mystery dungeons.
Terrible.
Yeah. I don't think you missed much.
I was about
Personally,
to.
I
I
don't
mean,
think-
like
think
I've
you- I
played
don't
like
think
the
you missed much.
beginnings of a couple mystery dungeons, and I'm not really a fan
That's
of
fair.
mystery
Or do
dungeon.
you prefer playing Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, which
Me
also
neither.
exists?
I might prefer Chocobo's mystery dungeon, but I'm also not sure. But that's because
That's
I don't know. When I see something as off-brand like that,
Yeah, because
for,
they have
like,
900
Final
bajillion
Fantasy,
games.
it's
to
not
go
like
for,
that big a
so
deal.
there is no real brand with Final Fantasy. They do what they want.
Yeah, like it's kind of like Mario for Square.
Except instead of Mario, it's
That's
Cloud.
what Final Fantasy
And really
is.
just Cloud.
And Noctis.
True.
Okay,
And
yeah, but that's
Noctis.
only because Noctis is recent. Give it another, 5 years, once 16 comes out. He's gone.
Yeah. Well, I think Noctis has staying power,
I
but
love
this
Yeah,
how
is
so
they
you're
have
right,
all
this is
these
not a Final
amazing
Fantasy
ideas,
discussion,
and
this is a
barely
Pokemon
any of them are
discussion.
tied to Pokemon.
So, okay, let me ask you guys this. If they are going to announce some kind
Well, it's
of a remake,
Diamond and Pearl, right?
what
That's the next
is
game.
your number one
Yeah,
wish
obviously
for
Diamond
a
and Pearl
remake?
is greater option than Let's Go Johto. And those are pretty much the only two options.
Let's go, Shoto.
Let's Go Johto.
How about you, Jordan?
Oh no, I'm 100% down for the for Diamond and Pearl remakes, and
Uh-huh.
but there's a joke, right?
So let me give you another take on what I would like to see for a remake. If they would announce a remake, I will say, as the three of you say, I agree that it's probably the most likely, and also would be awesome if they announced a Diamond and Pearl remake. I would be way down for that. I love Generation 4. However, I love Generation 2 even more, and I would be way more down for Generation 2
But
remake.
it's not an it's a Let's Go
no,
remake,
no. I don't want Let's Go Generation
But
2.
that's
I want
what
Let's
they'll
Go.
do. You're
I
not
want
going to
Gen
argue your
2.
way into getting another Heart Gold Soul Silver.
I know.
I was
Or
about to say,
maybe.
didn't we already
Well,
get a
so-
Generation 2 remake?
That's why we're talking about
We
Generation
did.
4 remake.
But the
Yeah.
Generation 2 remake is the Generation 4 game.
Yeah, but it's
That's not how this works,
still Generation 2 remake.
Yeah, we did it.
How about a game that has both Sinnoh and Johto and Kanto in it? Huh?
That's not going to happen. If there was going to be a game like that, it would be Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, because all three of those are together. I believe. I haven't looked at the Pokemon World map.
Nah. Or actually, yeah, I mean, technically, because they're all the mainland of Japan.
Correct.
Yeah. And then Sinnoh is like Hokkaido, which is also Japan, but it's like northern island
And then
of Japan.
the region after that was what? France?
Unova.
Yeah.
New York.
Unova
Unova is
is
New York.
America.
New York.
Is
America.
America. And then there was France, and then it was Great Britain. But
Oh, you
Yeah.
forgot about
No, you said
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah, you forgot Hawaii.
sorry.
How could you forget about
I'm
Hawaii?
sorry, Hawaii. I'm sorry,
Yeah, Sun
Hawaii.
and
I
Moon,
didn't
such
finish.
a memorable game.
I didn't
Sun
even
and
finish those
what?
games, and I didn't even buy Generation 8.
You mean
games.
Ultra Sun,
And
Ultra Moon? So, actually, guys, what do you think are the chances that we're going to get like an Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon type remake for Sword and Shield?
Please no.
Not at
Announced?
this
Okay.
direct. Hell no.
Ultra Sun 2 and Ultra Moon
That would
2.
be that would literally be the worst timeline. It's like, hey guys, we were gonna make all this DLC for Sword and Shield, but we decided that there was so much more content that we're gonna release 2 new expanded versions: Pokemon Shining Sword and Glorious Shield coming.
Oh no!
Actually-
Oh no!
Coming November 2020.
Yeah, I was about to say, why do you think it would come out any month other than November?
Yeah, I have to remember. Yeah, I was like, but that's the literal worst timeline.
What if we?
Like,
Please,
hey,
no.
go buy our game again to get more
What if one of the
content.
things they announced though is that they're going to update the game later this year with an expanded Pokédex?
I can believe that, honestly.
Oh, that was my grand idea. That's never gonna happen.
I
mean, it's not going to be the full national
It-
dex, but I could see an expanded.
Yeah, I don't
Pokedex.
think we'll get a full
So
national dex, but I could see them saying, "Hey, some new Pokemon have come to the region."
You guys want to hear my dumb idea that will never work, but it'll be amazing?
Please.
Okay, so you know how? Okay, correct me. Is it Ireland or Scotland that's the island nearby?
Ireland is the separate island.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So the DLC island is just Ireland.
Ah.
And in this area, this is where you can catch the new DLC Pokemon that they're going to add in batches. Like, let's say every month or two, they add
Like the
20
the Splatoon
Pokemon.
monthly updates kind of thing.
Yeah, do that, but just add 10 or 15 Pokemon
So,
into an area.
Kind of like
but,
what they're doing in Pokemon Go, then. Except
yeah,
with
but
a smaller
here's
scale.
here is where this gets dumb and they will never do it. This island also has its own version of the wild area, but it's separated into little chunks, and as every wave goes on, more chunks of the land get added.
So you're saying it's
So
like a
you
wild
have a-
area, but it doesn't suck.
But it grows. Yeah, it grows as time goes on. And
There's
and,
lasting exploration value.
yeah, it's a somewhat open world Pokemon.
But when it's all said and done, and when eventually we have access to the entire island, we're still not going to have a full national dex.
No, but here's what unless they do this is my actual idea. That would be dumb. Instead of making a brand new Pokemon game this year, they just update Sword and Shield for the entirety of 2020. That's their big game. Is they're committed to this big expansion.
No.
And they'll constantly add. Well, hear me out. This is where it gets better. They get more and more Pokemon. Not just that, but they also add a new mode where they bring back the Safari Zone, but it's online multiplayer, and the rate of shinies is doubled, or whatever the regular rate to catch them has been doubled in this one specific game where you can play with your friends.
You really want this to work out, don't you?
And there's also a Battle Coliseum whatever thing. Where
Battle Tower?
old
Did you say
gym
Battle Tower? You
leaders
get to do
and
Battle Tower.
Sure, whatever. I don't know all the terminology, but just go with me here. Where old trainers and gym leaders will drop by every couple weeks as an extra boss battle you could fight.
So kind of like the Gen 5 type thing. The giant tournament there.
Yeah, and you just bring back old trainers, old gym leaders. Just like that's how you get your fan service. And they do all of this for $30 and just $30 and it works for both games. Just pay $30, you get all this content update, they get a little money out of it, and they get a bunch of development time to make more Pokemon. So when the next game rolls around, they have all the models ready to go.
But they already had the models ready to go because they've just used Sun and Moon assets. I'm not getting into that right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is not the
That's what I'm
place for that
saying.
conversation.
That's what I'm saying. If they don't have all the Pokemon in the game, this is how they do that. So when it's ready to go, when they're making the next game, everything's just done. Like converted, or maybe they make them nicer.
I don't think making it $30 is good. I don't.
Well, that's
I
the
don't
only-
think this
'cause
right off the bat.
otherwise
I'll
they're not
say
gonna have this for
Pokemon
free. That's
DLC
my big
is
thing.
not going to be good, especially if
But it's
it's.
gonna
Okay, well,
exist.
Yeah, I don't
here's
think
the
so either.
exception. You can trade any Pokemon. You just, in order to get story content or the extra boss battles, like the wild area, that's free. But story
paid
content,
DLC in
boss
Pokemon.
battles-
I agree with Jordan. I don't think it's a good idea at all.
It's
And
not a
also,
good idea,
like,
but it's gonna happen.
Especially if it's paid DLC.
Yeah,
Mainly
it's like,
because-
I think it makes more.
If it's
Okay, here's my idea. What if they did all of this, but they added it to an Ultra Sword, Ultra Shield edition?
no,
Like,
it's too soon for that.
See, that won't work either. Yeah.
Is it though?
So instead of making a third version, they just make DLC
no,
for
like
the other two.
the
So you don't have to
issue
buy the game
with,
to play.
that I see with DLC, right? If paid DLC that adds more Pokemon is now we're paying for our national dex.
Yes.
First, we're being told we're not having a national dex, and then we're being told, okay, fine, but you have to pay for it.
And do you have any idea how much money they will make on that?
I don't.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
like thing is though, I don't think they would make that much money on it because No.
There would be
Listen
way
to
more
me.
backlash.
People like us, like me and Jordan, for example, would refuse to pay that kind of
I'm
pay
not
for that
paying
kind of DLC.
$90 for my Pokemon game instead of $60 for my Pokemon game.
Right, exactly. And also, there's a bunch of kids playing these games who probably
Don't care about the national
won't
decks?
even. They won't care about the national decks, or they just don't have the money for DLC.
And then they're gonna see why is it $30 for? Why does my friend get this Pokemon and I don't because I don't get $30? Like, what if a
it's
kid's
silly.
No, that was my solution. You can trade Pokemon, regardless if you pay.
But that wouldn't make sense.
That's the back out here.
Yeah, that's
why
that
would you
would
have
be really
access
weird
to content that you haven't paid for, but other people do?
Yeah, the trading wouldn't happen.
I'm sorry for getting so worked up about this, by the way.
I know, it's just like I'm trying to.
Moving on.
I don't know.
long
This is
time
my
on
best
this.
idea on how to improve Sword and Shield. Because it's the only thing on my mind that says how do we fix Sword and Shield, but they still get money because that's what at the end that's what they're doing.
That's not what they're doing.
It's not what they're doing at all. They don't care.
Yeah,
They're gonna make money.
I think instead,
if they cared, they would have
Regardless,
said something about how they cared.
Game Freak
When
is
it was a
going
big
to
deal.
make money either way. We've seen that already with the sales of Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield
And
has
you know
sold
what?
better than any Pokemon game before.
I mean, let's be real.
Crazy.
I would love if everything I said was free, but that wouldn't happen because they're not gonna do it anyway. Even if they did do it, they would have to charge money or they find some weird rule about it.
but what do you guys think is the chance of them? Like, let's say they added more Pokemon, not necessarily the entire national dex, but maybe the entire national dex, but not necessarily.
Like,
And,
let's
but-
say let's just pretend here they're missing 500 Pokemon. They at least get like 2, maybe 300 by the end of this year of DLC.
But like, what do you think they would do it out of money or because like kind of gaining more like cred? Like, because they've lost
That's
a bunch of
where I
cred
was-
for not having
That's
the
where
entire
I was
national
going to
dex.
get to. The other reason I don't see them doing this as a paid DLC thing, and why they probably have more incentive to add more Pokemon for free, is to pull in the crowd of people who left because of the national dex issue. Now it's like, look, we're slowly adding in all of the Pokemon. We're doing it in updates, blah 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 blah. We might not hit every Pokemon. If they come out and immediately say, look, we might not have every Pokemon in the game before the next game comes out, but we are working to add Pokemon slowly as time goes on to keep things fresh, etc., blah 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 blah. That's a point where I could see people I could see people going, oh, thank you, Game Freak. That's good to hear.
Just
Yeah, but
my
if they were going
logic
to do
behind
that,
this
then why would
was
they have
this
not
is
have said that?
my logic here is they're making you pay $30 because they're not making a new Pokemon game this year. There's no Gen 4 remake. There's no Let's Go. There's no big home console Pokemon coming this year because they're going to focus on fixing Sword and Shield or just
It's a
adding
20-minute
Pokemon.
direct. So, but on to Chase's point, because they're repairing things. They're repairing relationships with fans.
I think that's a possibility. Yeah.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
see.
I mean, I would love it if it was free,
Don't
but it
blame
just
me
doesn't
for
make
not
sense.
being very optimistic.
Do I think it's going to happen? No.
Fair.
Okay.
No.
Okay, then we're on the
Again,
same
that's
page.
part of my ideas.
Would I love
It'll
that to
never
happen?
it'll never
Yes.
happen.
Is it going
It's my
to?
pie in the
No.
sky.
No, I think Game Freak's just going to sit there and keep just twiddling their thumbs about yeah.
But do you think they actually will add new Pokemon for paid DLC, like as
I
an
think
announcement
they might,
in this
yes.
direct?
I think
Is that
that's
something you
actually
think they
a
will announce
legitimate
now?
possibility.
Well, the thing
Then-
was,
then how
in
would-
my idea, it's not just, here's like 20 Pokemon for
I
like $10. My idea was it's a big expansion adventure with new modes and a bunch of fan service. Like there's something else going on here, which is to justify the fact that it costs more money, rather than
Right.
just here's 20 Pokemon for.
But if they do that, though, and it costs money, then how would trading work?
It just
like,
wouldn't.
Would
They
people
wouldn't.
who didn't?
I mean, if you think about it, Gen
No.
1 and Gen 2 could trade back and forth, but you couldn't trade the Gen 2 exclusive Pokemon into Gen 1 games. It would be the same thing
Yeah.
here, where they would just block
Or
off anyone
how
without
about
DLC
how about
from
this?
trading.
Right, they got Pokemon Homecoming, right?
Hmm.
Maybe they would just like put a little bit of code that says, "Oh, this Pokemon, you could put it in home, but you can't use it." Like, so theoretically, you can still catch everything, but you can't trade it, right?
Huh.
So that's not the first time. I mean, I thought it'd be dumb, but yeah, you could trade all the Pokemon that they would add, but
That
you
is
can't
so
get any of the
dumb.
deals. You can't do any of the story stuff. You can't get any of the
I
fan
would.
service.
I think I would hate Pokemon
Yeah,
Company
same.
even more
Oh.
if they did this.
Although, actually, Ethan, you brought up an interesting point. Do you guys think we're going to hear anything about Pokemon Home during this?
Maybe.
What?
You think we're going to hear anything
Pokemon.
about
You
Home?
remember Pokemon Bank?
Yes.
Home?
This
What?
is the new.
I don't-
this
Are
is
you
the
guys
new
not
version
aware of
it's
Pokemon
the-
Home?
Pokemon Home is
No.
just a new version of Pokemon Bank. That's
Yes.
basically-
Ah, okay. Just
that
the
might
fact,
be likely.
just the fact that they don't keep the Pokemon Bank has me furious.
No,
Okay,
but here's
not
the thing: all
furious,
your
but-
stuff from Bank transfers over to Home.
Okay, all right. Well,
This is supposed to be their stop solution to. Okay, we're gonna put an end to the whole. Oh, maybe I can go to this. No, they're just gonna transfer everything into one spot, and we're future proofing it. That was the idea of Home.
but ever since Generation 6, we've had Bank, or actually since 5, kind of.
Well, the other thing is, this is how you get your Pokemon off your 3DS or your Switch.
And on your Switch.
Okay, all right. But you can't get all the Pokemon onto your Switch anyway, because you don't have
Exactly.
national dex.
So
I mean, here's the thing, you
Here's
can
my
get-
thing. How do you put them in there?
You can get them onto Pokemon Home. You just can't get them out of Pokemon Home.
That's
Yeah.
so dumb. Oh my god.
This is what we've got right now. Actually, we don't have.
That's what I'm
Pokemon
saying.
yet, but-
Why don't we
Damn it,
just
Game
add
Freak.
more Pokemon to Sword and Shield?
For free, I would
No,
hope.
because we're not going to have a national dex in Sword and Shield.
Unless this director says, "Hey, we apologize for that comment. We're gonna rectify it, and work our best off, and we're gonna add all these Pokemon, and we got these new modes, and there's a bunch of fan favorite characters coming back, and you can play with your friends, and you can try and hunt for shinies more."
Pay us money for making a mistake.
I think the hunting for shinies thing doesn't really have anything whatsoever to go on. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, that's all I hear about from Pokemon now. Like, literally, anytime I hear anyone talk about a YouTuber talk about Pokemon, it's like, "Oh, I'm still hunting for shinies." Like that's it. Like they've
Yeah,
made
but
the game.
here's the
they're just
thing: pushing for shiny hunting is implying that the Pokemon Company is paying attention to the community.
So, okay, I like your idea for DLC.
But the other thing is, you do it with
Ethan,
your friends. It's a multiplayer mode.
Ethan, Ethan, I like your idea for like the DLC, but I think it would suit itself better instead of being DLC for Sword and Shield, as just being natural content in the Sword and Shield sequels.
In this, yeah, okay, yeah. Might
I
as well
think
wait
that
and
would
see.
make more sense, and maybe that's what they
That
would
makes
announce.
more sense than DLC.
So
Right.
you think instead of making an Ultra version or whatever, they'll just make a Sword and Shield 2?
I think so. Like
And they'll add
whatever
all
they
this crazy
whatever
stuff
they'll
we're
call
talking
it, like
about.
Ultra Sword and Ultra Shield, or
Probably should,
whatever
yeah.
they'll call it. Or maybe it's just gonna be one game, like Platinum and Emerald.
Well, that
and
was
Crystal.
my idea. Instead of buying a third version, this thing would be what would have been added. You just buy the original game and you buy this, and that's it. Instead of buying a new
That
version.
said, I don't think we will get any kind of Sword 2, Shield 2, or Ultra Sword, Ultra Shield, or whatever you want to call it. I do think a remake this year is more likely.
Hmm.
And then next year we'll get an Ultra or a 2.
And then
with
year after that, we'll get
that kind of
maybe
content.
Gen 9.
Because if we're going to pay for that kind of extra content, it should be in a new game /
Hmm.
I
You
would
know.
agree. That would be what I'd prefer.
there should be something different.
I don't know, because
Which is how
the logic.
it's
yeah, so go ahead.
it's how Pokemon Company has done it every
I
time.
don't know,
they've
Generation
passed.
6
I don't
only
know.
had
This sounds
2
better to
games.
me because here's the thing: do you want to pay $60 to get the? Isn't it 80? 80 was the combo pack for Sword and Shield. You want to buy that again to get both?
I haven't bought it.
Or I mean, I'm just saying, like the idea is, if you're gonna upgrade, you're paying $60 versus $30 on both versions of the same of Sword and Shield. They connect.
They wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
There
they
would
wouldn't do
probably
it.
be version exclusives.
Yeah, there's
Two.
always going to be version exclusives. That's just a thing.
Even in DLC, they're probably like, but this game's gonna get these ones, and this game's gonna get these ones.
So, are you guys fine with kind of moving on a little bit more? Because we're kind of running a little longer than we expected.
Yeah.
All right. Only one more thing I thought that we should talk about is Pokemon Sleep. Who's excited for that? Do you think we're going to hear
What's
anything
that?
about it?
Oh, I forgot
That's
there
what
was
I
a
think.
thing.
That's what I legitimately think this direct will actually be about. Is explaining Pokemon Sleep for 10 minutes.
It's
What's-
probably
what's-
Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Home, and maybe a remake
Pokemon
announcement.
Oh,
Sleep.
not a
Pokemon
remake
Sleep.
announcement. It's another trailer of them basically saying, "Hey, remember how good Pokemon is? Remember that you love Pokemon? It's been around since the '90s
yeah,
and
that's
the
probably
Game
true.
Boy."
Actually, we'll probably see something based. Actually, no, but if Nintendo Direct, it probably won't have to do with the anime. But Petter, for your information, to quote Cerebi, Pokemon Sleep is a unique title for mobile devices. Pokemon Sleep aims to turn sleep into entertainment by having the player's sleep duration and wake-up time affect the gameplay. Further details are unknown.
Here's my thought process.
It also
What?
connects to
What?
I love
It al-
Petter's response.
it also
What?
connects to Pokemon Go Plus.
Here
The
is my
fuck?
thought process. This is a Tamagotchi, and you feed your Pokemon by sleeping it for 8 hours. That's what this is gonna be. And this is gonna connect to Pokemon Go because when you feed them, they get stronger or whatever. Whatever the vials or whatever, you get that for sleeping for 8 hours, and you get to hear your specific Pokemon snoring while you sleep.
The hell?
Sleeping for 8 hours? I'm pretty sure the Pokemon Company knows we don't sleep for 8 hours.
No, that's why this game exists, so you can't sleep for 8
Pokemon-
hours. Otherwise,
we didn't
Bulbasaur
walk as
isn't
much before
happy.
Pokemon Go either. And then for about a month, we walked a lot. And then we didn't.
Yeah, that's their problem. Sleep for 8 hours, otherwise Bulbasaur will be sad.
I don't...
Insert your favorite Pokemon will be sad. They'll be mad at you. Sleep for 8 hours.
But yeah, so
That's
all
the
we
point
know,
of this game.
that's literally all we know about the game right now.
The hell?
It's a mobile game, so that's what I'm guessing.
Oh
this
yes,
gonna
it
be.
is also a mobile game, worth mentioning.
If we're what is this realistically gonna be? I think it's gonna be 10 minutes of explaining Pokemon Sleep, 5 minutes of Pokemon Home, and then another 5 minutes of saying, "Oh hey, Pokemon's great. Everyone loves Pokemon. Don't you love us so much? Remember?" And that's the end of the direct. That's what I think it will legitimately be.
It's going to be a very disappointing direct, I'm sure.
100%.
There's
I'm
nothing-
sorry.
Unless somehow my crazy idea I came up with is somehow free. That's the only
Yeah.
way.
Alternatively,
That's the only way I'll be excited, is if your crazy idea is announced and it's free.
Though, personally, I
But
will just
there's
say,
no
for
new
me,
game this year. That was
even-
the big take back.
Yeah.
Is they're putting all their energy in what they would have made another game just in the updated Sword and Shield.
which
I will say though that
doubt, but I
even
would
your
like.
But
idea
they end.
for
But here's the
free.
thing: they end
Mhm.
with announcing that Gen 4 remake will be 2021.
Yeah, but Ethan, even your idea for free wouldn't make me buy Sword and Shield personally. I would only buy Sword and Shield if the entire National Dex existed for free. That's
Yeah.
literally.
Well, I mean, that's
I'm,
what
I'm
this
not
is.
even kidding.
They won't get everything, but they'll add more.
Yeah, that wouldn't
That's the
even
other
get me
thing. They
excited.
just
See,
week
this-
monthly
That would be the
updates
kind of
just
thing that
drops
would
the
make
Pokemon.
me buy Sword and Shield from GameStop
Yeah.
instead of buying it from Nintendo. I'll
Yeah,
still
just
let you play
every
the
month
game,
there's
but
a
I
drop
still
of
won't
Pokemon.
support them.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at right now.
that's fair.
Thank you guys for listening. Be sure to tell us what you expect, what you hope to see. If you're watching this after the direct, maybe you could talk about how right or wrong we were. I don't know. Expect on. Huh?
Oh, I was gonna say, in the comments, tell me if you thought my idea was a good idea, regardless of if it was paid or not, or what you would have done to fix Sword and Shield as DLC or something as a free update.
And also expect us probably on Friday, because we're not going to record this until Thursday night, but we're also going to be doing a post-stream breakdown. Probably us same guys, so be sure to come check us out then. And, till then, we don't really have a closing, so goodbye.
Pika Pika.
Bye.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, but
Later.
I can fit you.
Oh god.
Okay.